Hey guys, it is Pixelman1001 back again with another video. So today I just thought I'd do an interesting little collection that I have. My Columbia TriStar Family Collection tapes. You remember the tapes with these tops, and a lot of times they'd have gold packaging, and then later on they were just white packaging. So I'm going to go through each one that I have, and it's a set that it's far from complete, but one day I actually do hope to complete this set. There's my cat Smudge. Hey, Smudgy! Hi. Hey, Smudgy. There you go, yeah. She just yawned there. That's cool. So, here we go. First tape, speaking of cats, and kind of looks like my cat. The Adventures of Milo and Otis. So, this film was, of course, this is one of the many catalog titles that they had in this collection. They just took a bunch of catalog titles and reissued them at a bargain price to try to get you to complete a whole collection. So, yeah. Now, this one is a localized version of a Japanese film from 1986 called The Adventures of Chatron. Which, version was released in 1989. Which, this movie is a very infamous movie because on set they had because they had to do everything practically and everything, like all the things they went through. They allegedly killed 20 kittens and 4 puppies. That is insane. I used to like this movie as a kid, and I only have it now, the VHS, because it's part of this set. I had the DVD, I got rid of that, because... So, yeah, like, if you still enjoy the movie, I don't care. Like, whatever. But I can't watch it anymore. It's just tainted, knowing that what the kittens went through and stuff. Getting to the puppies, like the fact, I love animal, especially since I have a cat that looks like that. That's probably another reason why, like, my cat, as you could see, looks kind of like Milo. And I've known I knew pug owners before, like, whatever, like, yeah. Whatever, even any kind of animal. It's still very distressing, but other than that, it's a great movie. It's just that it's just kind of hard to watch now. But whatever. And this is the tape right here. I wrote on the bottom of all my family collection tapes that I had as a kid. It's hard to read the print date there. The print date, I think, says November 8th, 1998, I think. Yeah, November 8th, 1998. That's what the print date is, so there we go. And also inside here you have this little thing. It says, "Our family collection shines. Just look for our beautiful gold packaging." In the back you get a list of titles. Even though nowadays there's 2 titles that are Ghostbusters and Real Genius, it says they're rated 14A in Canada. Because this is a Canadian copy. They are actually PG now, both PG. So here's the titles. You got The Adventures of Milo and Otis, The Babysitters Club, Bingo, The Bear, Bye Bye Birdie, Care Bears Movie 2, New Generation, The 5,000 Figures of Dr. T, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, The Indian in the Cupboard, My Girl 2, The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking, Prince Brat and the Whipping Boy, Real Genius, Rocket Gibraltar, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, The Secret of Roan Inish, Short Circuit 2, The Trouble with Angels, Where Angels Go, Trouble Follows, and Willow. And so you'll see some of those titles here. Though I know later on they actually had, like in early 1997, they added more catalog titles to that. Only one title that is not listed here, it's Born Wild, which is in the family collection, bro. I don't know if they don't own that here or what. Or same with Magic in the Water. I don't know if that was issued in the family collection after its original release or whatever. But it's sort of hard to know. But I know later on they also did more catalog titles. Like they had, I think it was Born Free, Troop Beverly Hills, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, Casey's Shadow. What else? Race the Sun, Princess Caribou. Those might have been in early 1997 or so. Yeah, there might have been a couple others, I forget exactly, but yeah. Whatever, it was quite an interesting set of movies that they would always put out. But yeah, anyways, so that's my first one. And this was generally considered the first title of the family collection. I think they reissued it initially the day that Indian in the Cupboard came out in the family collection because it had that sort of starry background with just that poster in the middle. But this is the 1996 printing, so I don't know exactly when this one came out. Probably around the time of first family collection reissues, because it looked like this in the first family collection promo. Because they're in different waves, some of them. I'll try to put a list of the waves of the catalog titles in the description. Oh, I forgot to say the later catalog title wave also include Karate Kid Part 1 and 2. I don't know if I said that or not. And this one was a title that was it's not necessarily a Columbia TriStar title, or the movie was distributed in theaters by Columbia Pictures, and while the video release was produced by Turner Entertainment, it was distributed, sold by Columbia TriStar due to the fact that they distributed the film. This is Alaska. I know later on the VHS was reissued by Warner Home Video, so because this was a Castle Rock Entertainment film, but still I thought I'd show it here because it is part of the collection. Though as you can see, it doesn't say Columbia Pictures anywhere; it just says Columbia TriStar Home Video. Yeah, they used to Columbia Pictures used to distribute Castle Rock Entertainment's films, and this was one of the ones they did. So this is the only family film that they did with them. So. It's been a while since I've watched this. I gotta see if I can... Oh, maybe I should watch that again. But yeah, you can see the sticker label. You'll see some other American sticker labels for things. I know the Canadian copy, which I have seen around, has the same kind of ink label, excuse me. But the American copy is a more Turner Entertainment looking sticker label. And this one, the print date is November 14th, 1996. So, let me open this up. Just under this light, the gold clamshell looks a bit yellow or brown or something. Next one is one of my favorite childhood movies, Annie. Now, this wasn't really a catalog reissue or a new release title. This was a new remastered version that they decided to put in the Columbia TriStar Family Collection because Annie, I guess, there's a few titles like Hook, Matilda, Jumanji, Little Women that were not issued as part of the family collection or whatever, when the new release or catalog. I guess because they thought those would sell well. Same with Annie and Oliver, which are two musical titles. I guess those were so popular they thought they would sell without having to be in a collection. Which begs the question, Ghostbusters didn't do that, but it's sort of weird. But both Annie and Oliver, like I said, which you'll be seeing, they're remastered versions. I guess to get people to buy them, to sell them more. Because some people would be like, if I had the VHS, why do I need another copy? It was to get people to buy them if they were collecting the set, I think, so it's kind of interesting. But anyways, there's the front. This is digitally remastered, includes the original theatrical trailer. It's called the Broadway Tribute Edition. There's the spine. I would always call this the yellow cover of Annie. And there's the back. This is from another case, the case in this was kind of broken, so I had to put it in an empty one I had from one of the ones I recorded from TV later on, so... because I still record stuff from TV onto VHS. Even though it's 2021, but whatever. Inside here you got the tape, and let me see if there's a print date. Oh yeah, there is a print date on here. It's July 11th, 1997. That is 3 years... and 11 months, 3 years and 364 days before I was born. Yeah, 3 years and 364 days before I was born, because I was born July 10th, 2001, so. But yeah, Annie's a great movie. Now, I have the Annie, the Broadway Tribute Edition, but I also have, I don't know, actually, it's too far away right now, I'm not gonna bother going to get it right now. You probably know what it looks like. It's the Special Anniversary Edition, the 2004 VHS print, which actually is just a reprint of the same edition, but it's the copy with no previews. This copy does have previews, so that's good. Though I know in Canada they don't have the Extreme Ghostbusters promo on there, which is interesting. So next up is another great movie that I recommend you all watch. This is The Babysitters Club, or The Babysitters Club the movie. See the quote there: "Friends forever." Spine back. Now, I don't get this about this cover. See these people on the cover here. That girl right there, Christy, she is, the main character in this. There's all the characters, that girl right there, I forget her, what's her name? Stacy, I think her name is? Yeah, Stacy, I forget her name, it's been a while since I've watched this. She's on the front and the back, whereas these people, they're prominent members of the Babysitters Club, and So, but they're like sort of the two main ones. But yeah, Christy's the main one, and she's only on the back. And then that guy is the guy that she starts to fall in love with. They're 4 years apart in age, and I forget who that guy is. I think I honestly forget who that guy. I don't even remember who he is, but I remember these two. Yeah, my guess is that they wanted to sell like the thing is about movie covers is that they like to show attractive people on the movie covers. They thought that these people didn't look as attractive or whatever. Like, the same thing happened with Persuasion, the 1995 film of VHS. The actual movie, there's a picture on the poster. It wasn't the actual actors from the movie. It was two people that they thought looked more attractive in the poster. Like, I guess, I don't know who they were thinking it would be, whatever, but yeah. It's, yeah. That was sort of a weird thing. The DVD, and I think the Laserdisc had the original poster art that was also used on the Canadian VHS. But yeah, the same thing I think happened with this one. They thought that these people were better looking than these people. So, even though technically they're all kids, but whatever. It's, yeah, just sort of an interesting thing. I think that's probably what they did. But the DVD cover was much better. It had everyone on there, so. Which I have the DVD as well. And this was printed. Let me see if I can find a print date on here. I don't think I can see one. No, I don't think there's a print date on there. What's also interesting is that even though there was no licensing things, this is a Canadian copy, it doesn't have the trailer for The Indian in the Cupboard on it. I know that the American copies do, but this is a Canadian copy. It doesn't have the trailer for The Indian in the Cupboard, so that's weird. But anyways, definitely watch the Babysitters Club if you haven't. Next up is a movie that I'm not really a huge fan of. This is Buddy. This was the first movie in the collaboration, like the joint venture, Jim Henson Pictures, which was a joint venture between Sony Pictures and the Jim Henson Company that would make family films for Columbia Pictures. This is only one of 3 movies they ever did at that. The other 2 being Muppets from Space and The Adventures of Elmo and Grouchland, all of which were box office bombs. And Buddy, which has Rene Russo, Robbie Coltrane, and Alan Cumming, a.k.a. Frigga, Hagrid, and Floop from the MCU, Harry Potter, and Spy Kids, respectively. This is basically the true story of Gertrude Lentz, who raised, like, animals as children. It's really weird. Like, it was sort of kind of unsettling or whatever. And there's a sick gorilla that she raises like a child, and then he grows up and becomes feral, so she has to release him into the wild. It's a really interesting movie, definitely. I used to watch it as a kid. I don't know if I ever seen the whole thing, though. Kind of lost interest halfway through. But whatever, it's part of the collection, so why not? Yeah, 4 stars. The first surprise hit ever. I remember there was a quote that said it was this year's Babe, which I don't think that's true. Babe is a much better film than Buddy. And I don't know if there's a print date on here. Let me just check. No, it's blocked out by that rating sticker, which is incorrect, actually. I think it's only PG. It says 14 there. Oftentimes, in the Maritimes, they'll do that, so they'll put an incorrect rating sticker on the movie. And this is one I haven't really ever seen, even though I did like the cartoon as a kid. I'm just not really interested in this. I just happened to find this. This is Care Bears Movie 2, A New Generation. One of the few family collection titles where the logo there is not shiny. I wonder if that was because this is a later printing, because you'll see it's a much later printing when I open this up, and it's in a white case. So there's the spine. And the back. Yeah, this is the first Care Bears movie I think was done by, I forget what company it is, or whatever. It's owned by MGM now, like some company that MGM bought. And this one was done by Columbia Pictures, so. Yeah, I think this is probably a much later copy. If anyone has this with a shiny banner, please let me know. I want to see if that exists. But here's you can tell this is a later printing because it says Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment on the label. This was printed 20th week of 2004. I know 2003 they released they re-released the slipcover case version in it with a new artwork. But this one is still the original. They used the original cover for the clamshell copy that they still had in print, which is sort of interesting. So this is a really late printing for one of these. Just thought that was kind of interesting. But I've never seen that movie. Next one's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. I'll probably have to rewatch this one at some point. This is Fly Away Home with Jeff Daniels and Anna Paquin. yeah, this movie takes place in Canada as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, I haven't seen this in a while, yeah, but I know it was one of the first titles that Columbia TriStar put out on DVD along with Matilda and Jumanji, like one of the first family titles, if not one of the first titles actually, because those three titles weren't double-sided on DVD originally. Here's the tape, and let me find the print date on here. Don't think there is one. No, there is not. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. I gotta rewatch that one again, though. I do recall liking that movie. Next one's an all-time classic. This is Ghostbusters, and yes, I am very excited to see Ghostbusters Afterlife when that comes. Hopefully, still will keep its November release date, but you never know with the whole pandemic and everything. So, but yeah, this is the original. I love the black cover on this. Like I always thought that was pretty cool. And the spine, the back. I have the remastered edition of Ghostbusters on VHS as well, though I would like to find the widescreen version of that one and sell my full screen. But whatever. But I still keep this, obviously. And here's the tape, and then let me see if there's a print date on here. I cannot find a print date. A lot of these old ones didn't have a print date. Next up is another classic that wasn't one of my absolute favorites as a kid, but I should probably rewatch this because I do recall enjoying this a lot. This was The Indian in the Cupboard. And this is one that says free Indian, cupboard, and key included. I don't have the plastic Indian and I don't have the key, but I do have the cupboard because you just turn around the VHS. Because I bought all these secondhand. If I ever do find a sealed copy, though, I might nab that. So I can have the little plastic Indian and the little key to go with that. Because that's supposed to be like a keyhole to open the cupboard, so. This has a starry background. This is the very first title released in the Family Collection. I'm just showing them in alphabetical order. So, each clamshell package includes cupboard, reverse the paper insert to transform the outer box into a cupboard, Indian, key, and video cassette. And this is an American copy. And this movie was actually an interesting case because this was a co-production between Columbia Pictures and Paramount Pictures. Paramount Pictures had the North American theatrical distribution rights and international home video distribution rights. Columbia Pictures had international theatrical distribution rights and North American home video distribution rights. So, it's interesting. Like if you go on Movie Clips Classic trailers or whatever, their trailer will say Paramount Pictures invites you, even though a lot of the trailers you'll see on the things say Columbia Pictures invites you. And this does have a print date. This was the 50th week of 1995. So, like, I know this one, Babysitters Club, like, their copyright date for their tape release is 1995, but they were actually released in 1996, so. Yeah. In January 1996, that was released. The next two, we have The Karate Kid. And this one, along with a sequel, which I have as well, which you'll see, actually use Indian in the Cupboard cases, which is interesting. They have the keyholes there, so that's interesting, but yeah. Then we have the Karate Kid. So there's the Karate Kid. The front. And there's the spine. And the back. They didn't release Karate Kid Part 3 as part of this collection, which is interesting. And then we have, this does not have a print date. This is definitely a 1997 VHS because it says on the back, copyright 1997. And then here we have The Karate Kid Part 2. Same kind of thing. Yeah, Karate Kid Part 1 is great. I've been enjoying Cobra Kai a lot. Very excited for Season 4. But I haven't seen the Karate Kid movies in a long time, and I haven't even seen Karate Kid Part 3, so I'm planning to rewatch that trilogy before I watch Season 4, so. This is printed July 14th, 1997. Then next up we have what was actually the final title in the Columbia TriStar Family Collection. This is Madeline. Definitely a movie, yeah, that's really good. I watched this quite a few times during my childhood. Great movie. This is one of 2 titles in one of these hard plastic cases. That other titles you'd see, like Muppets from Space, Elmo Grouchland, I think the Milo and Otis re-release, and the Bear in the Big Blue House first 6 volumes were all in this kind of case, so. So there's the tape, and print date on here is November 16th, 1998. Next up is quite an underrated family film. This is The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. Definitely recommend you check this out if you like Pippi. And if you just want a little harmless, low-budget family film, definitely one to watch. Yeah, fun fact, the director, Ken Anakin, was good friends with George Lucas, and that's why he named him Anakin Skywalker. Even though it's spelled differently, that's why he named him that, so. Fun fact you may not have known. There's the tape, and print date on here is November 11th, 1996. This one opens interestingly. It has, like, because this is probably, I think this is in wave 3 of the Family Collection reissue titles. Because I know that, what's interesting is that how it opens is that, instead of just having a Family Collection trailer at the beginning, it has the bumper that just says, now available on home video, and then the later version of the Family Collection trailer, so it's definitely a Wave 3 title. And then next up is one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably my favorite of this lineup. This is Oliver, digitally remastered and restored. This is the 30th anniversary tribute edition. Again, the original, like they reissued the clamshell, the original version, and it didn't have the Family Collection label, but this one does. At the back. Yeah, I remember we had this as a child, but I watched that so much it broke, so I got another copy. Then there's the tape. Let's see if it's got a print date. It's been wiped off. I think it had a sticker there that it absorbed the writing, so I don't know what date that was printed, but whatever. Next up is a movie I haven't seen in a while. I don't know if I ever finished this one either. This is Rudyard Kipling's The Second Jungle Book, Mowgli and Baloo. Yeah, I love the orange cover on this, though. I'm so tired. I think this and Buddy are some of the titles that have the AGFA, color, high definition color film advertisement. I think the Canadian tapes of Godzilla and Spice World also have that. There could be more, so. There's the tape, and print date on here is June 25th, 1997. So, that's interesting. Next one is one of my favorite childhood movies as well. This was really like a lot of people did not like this movie, but I loved it as a child. This is Slappy and the Stinkers with B.D. Wong, Bronson Pinchot, and Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah. And also it's got some interesting actors. I know that they're Travis Tedford. He's not the main kid or whatever. He's in this as one of the kids. He was Spanky in the Little Rascals, and I know the girl is Scarlett Pomers, who was in a lot of things. She was in Star Trek Voyager. She was she had a main role on Reba. And she also was one of the babies in Baby Geniuses. She was in Erin Brockovich. Yeah, she's had quite a career, that's for sure. Probably she's the most famous out of all the kids. And there's the spine. Back. It's interesting how this is a 1997 movie release. I don't know if this was straight to video or what, but yeah, it might have been straight to video because, yeah, the movie's has a 1997 copyright date, and so does the video, but the movie itself was not released till early 1998, so it's probably was straight to video or something. Anyways, there's the tape, and then print date the 12th week of 1998, so it's nice. And then We got our last title here. This is one I actually haven't seen, which I've been meaning to watch this for a long time. This is Willow, with Val Kilmer and Joanne Whalley. I know this actually isn't a Columbia Pictures film or a TriStar Pictures film. This is from Lucasfilm Limited. It was distributed in theaters at the time by MGM, so that's interesting. But, yeah. I know that Disney owns the rights to this movie now, obviously, because they own Lucasfilm, so. Just that they happen to buy the home video rights, so, yeah. Because it was fully financed by Lucasfilm Limited, and there's the tape. Let's see if there's a print date. Oh, yeah, there is a print date. February 20th, 1996. So, yeah, there's that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Picture 1001 signing out. Peace.